Hey guys, I'm J-Mac. This is Raid Shadow Legends, and today I'm going to talk about Fang Cleric. Now, the Fang Cleric is not an account changer by any means. Um, I would say early game, mid game, good healer, and you don't get many revivers early game, or at least I didn't. Uh, I think I had Shaman, and Fang Cleric does a lot better than Shaman. So I just want to go over the build real quick and show where Fang Cleric helped me out. Again, I think early game could be a pretty solid healer for you. First of all, let's go over skill kit. Uh, Fang Cleric is Spirit Affinity, Dark Elf, and aesthetically looks freaking awesome. I mean, looks like, Ninja Assassin. Definitely the way he looks, wouldn't have him pegged for a healer, but Raid does an awesome job on these champion builds. So the A1 is a single target, chance of transferring a random debuff from this champion to the target. So it's one of those things that it's cool. It's better than just an attack by itself. I didn't I didn't see it happen a lot, but I didn't build with a lot of accuracy because that's not anything I'm really concerned about. That's not going to make or break this champion. What I built the Fang Cleric for was the A2 and A3. The A2 is the heal. Heals an ally by 20% of this champion's max HP. So the more HP you build up, better heal you get. Also fills target's turn meter by 30%, and if they are fully healed by the skill, plays 30% if they're fully healed. If not, it puts a veil buff on target for one turn. So I think that's a really good add-on to put with the heal. And then the A3, the return to ranks, is the revive on a 4 turn cooldown. Revives 30% HP, fills turn meter by 30%, places unkillable buff for 1 turn, and continuous heal buff for 2 turns. So, a decent revive. There's definitely better ones out there, but for an epic support champion, I think that's pretty solid. And then has the aura, increase ally speed in all battles by 15%. So, could definitely be better. I would love, you know, get that turn cooldown one more turn. Definitely helps in the later games where you're trying to push through some things. But for an epic, I mean, obviously we want all of our champions to be amazing and awesome, but you got to draw a line somewhere. So, like I said, pretty solid kit. I did not go into any masteries. Obviously, you put masteries on champion, they're going to be better. But I started out using Fang Cleric in Faction Wars. That's where I needed a Dark Elf healer. And so I first started out by just putting gear on him, run him through, didn't do very well. On the skills, I did almost fully booked. I did not try to get that last epic book on there for that debuff chance. To me, I didn't think it was worth it. But I got the heal fully booked to add heals and decrease the cooldown. And then I got the revive down to the 4 turn cooldown. So for this champion to be viable, you've really got to get the books in it. Gear, I didn't put amazing gear. I've got decent boots, some epic speed boots. Again, I was going for HP, trying to get defense where I could for survivability, and then speed. That was really about all I was going for. So speed boots, not great substats. HP chest, again, I wish I could get better substats going, but work with what we got. HP gauntlets, a little bit of defense on there, a little bit of speed. For the weapon, got what I had, some more HP and speed. Helmet, more HP, a little bit of defense. The shield, defense, HP, and speed, mainly what I was going for. I probably really worked through, and get things bumped up a little bit, but I wasn't going to try to put my best gear on this champion. I was just using him in one place and one place only. Uh, HP and defense on the ring. Defense, on the amulet. I would have liked to got some more HP, but for what I had, that was the best. And then got a little bit more speed, HP banner, a little bit of defense. So for the overall stats, looking at a very mediocre build, I would say 64k HP. The attack, if you can get some, it's not going to hurt because the A1 damage is based on attack. Defense, got that high just for survivability. Speed, would love to get higher, but then again, I'm not going to sacrifice a lot of gear. And I know you can move gear back and forth, but they get so stinking expensive. And there's probably some areas of the game where I could do that and play around with my gear and champions and progress a little further. But to me, it's not worth everything I would have to spend in gear and then remembering what gear I had on what champions just to progress that one extra level or two. Crit rate don't care about, crit damage don't care about. Resistance, I mean, more you can get on there, the better, but it's kind of one of those things, if you're not going for a full resistance build, it's really not worth going after. And then accuracy, I really didn't care about accuracy. So, HP, defense, and speed. And I want to run through, come on now, I don't want to buy that. Faction Wars. So, I think campaigns and dungeons, if this is your only healer, only reviver, then he's a great champion for that. And like I said, I think early mid game, he probably starts to fizzle out a little bit depending on what champions you pull. But I absolutely had to have him for Dark Elf Faction Wars. I was stuck on stage 20. And there's probably a rare that I could have leveled up to get me through, but I really hate investing in rares unless there's going to be multiple places I can use them. And there's probably maybe a Doom Tower secret room somewhere, but I felt like the Fang Cleric, I would have better luck of finding a place in other areas of the game. So I have no Faction Wars, and then going through Doom Tower, that seems like at some point you need a healer for a specific room. So I didn't feel like I could go wrong leveling him up to 60. If I start struggling some Doom Tower places, I might put masteries in, but for right now, I'm not going to worry about masteries. So as you can see, it took a very long 18 minutes, but I did it. So I have Visix in the lead. Visix I have in a provoke set. Foley for damage. I could probably do a better job at looking at Foley. I'm really bad about building champions, using them in a few places, and then not going back and kind of updating them. So I could probably build Foley out a little bit better, get some more damage. Vizier, I actually have him in Relentless because for my clan boss team, I was running, doing the debuff increase on the debuff turns. Madam Ceres I have built pretty good. Lots of accuracy to land her debuffs and strip buffs. And then Fang Cleric we just saw. So I'll let this run a little bit. I'm sure you guys don't want to see me manual, majority of this. If I remember right, I think I let them go through and auto the first wave. But I just kind of want to show the heals. That was a 15k heal on himself. So not the greatest, baddest heal in the game, but it's a heal nonetheless. And when you need heals and don't have heals, awesome. And we'll just go through a few more turns here. So another, 15k heal. So obviously, the higher you get the HP up, better the heal. Probably couldn't really go wrong with the curing set either, as long as you had the stats that you were looking for. But I would not. Oh, I tried many, many times, and I could not progress past this level. I think the first time I went through this, I got real close to beating the red boss, and like in the last 10%, things just got out of hand, and I couldn't pull it together. But the second time I went through, like I said, it took me 18 minutes, but I got him. So Fang Cleric, I think, would be a great early game healer reviver for you. can work in the mid game until you get somebody else, but obviously there is some in-game viability if I was able to use him for the last stage of Faction Wars. So I just wanted to share my build with him. Definitely, if you're struggling with a healer, not somebody you want to sleep on, because you know he can help you out. Trying to think if there's anything I'm forgetting. I mean, I think it's just a kind of a basic build. Fill that dude up with HP and let him do his thing. Obviously, this way right here sucks because you got 3 Valkyries doing counterattacks and shield, but you can bust through. You just gotta pretty well switch to manual, target one champion at a time, and do what makes sense on your attacks. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have a very blessed day, and let me know in the comments. Do you have Fang Cleric? Have you built him out? Are there other uses for him other than what I've talked about? Are there better ways to build him other than what I've shown? I am not an expert by no means. I love learning about other champions and seeing where they're going and what you can do with them. So I'm going to get out of here before things get out of hand, because I really don't want to manual this fight for the next 18 minutes. So again, hope you guys have a blessed day. We'll catch you next time. Bye.